definitely about this. Shout out to the TE.
Oh.
Fuck.
Anyway.
You can get a good bat top stick from PDP.com.
I mean, they do exist. Actually, see that's the problem with the stick. It's kind of like private right now. I don't even think you can buy like just a stick by itself, which is why I haven't got
a game. Yeah,
it's
the
a
Battle
package.
Edition game.
That's really stupid.
No,
yeah, Warner Brothers has it all under wrap. Like Warner Brothers is not like Candace tweeted out. I'm not even part of AG, but I know his shit. I don't know why. Anyway, Candace tweeted out saying that or she said it somewhere. Like I read it somewhere, like a press release or something. But everybody was asking her about the Battle Edition sticks, but they have them so under wraps because of Warner Brothers. Like they made the stick, and basically Warner Brothers owns the stick. There's nothing they can do about it. Like she couldn't say anything about the stick, the features, or anything because it's so tight-lipped because of Warner Brothers.
Right.
Now let me ask you this: since we got all this products getting thrown out there, Mr. Perfect Legend, I heard rumor that you had done a strategy guide. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh,
yeah. Well, hold on. Let me show you. Here's the guy right here.
Wow.
Oh, it's too dark. Not enough light.
It's too dark, man.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta get that neon shit going around your book. I'd buy it then.
Yeah, turn that fucking light on.
Why'd he get so mad about it?
Damn, my camera sucks. Hold on, let me. I got that spooky shit. Hold on. I got a better camera. Hold on, let me hook this up.
Like we got that 8-bit going.
Wait. What do you mean you got that spooky shit?
Oh. Someone is offended.
Hey, Bifu, where are you right now? You're down in the Fantasy Island?
St. Martin. I'm beach. Yeah, I'm down at the beach.
Down at the beach, man.
Oh God.
Bring me a coconut back.
Oh, I'll bring you a coconut back. Look at them. Look at the stream monsters going crazy.
Did they at least? I just fixed my camera. You see? Can you see now?
Now we see you sporting that 18-inch gold chain.
Don't call it a comeback.
Gosh.
Don't say it enough.
I'm not.
Ezra.
Hold on, we're missing Triforce.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Triforce is gonna be getting on soon. He got some shit to blow up.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting to Triforce very shortly.
Did you guys see me?
No, your camera's off.
Good.
Yeah, your camera's off.
All right, hold on, wait. Get me back.
Hold on.
You waited the clue.
I gotta give a shout out to Vixen in the chat. She feels neglected because I just saw her message on Skype. Hello, Vixen. I see you. Not ignoring you.
And
Who's
Vixen,
that talking to my shouldie? Who's that?
and Vixen, shout out to Vixen.
Please stop.
Are you mad? Are you mad, Unknown? How angry are you? Let's go from 1 to piss.
Gosh. Please stop. I'm not even gonna get into
Dude.
that.
Yo, Unknown hasn't been saying much.
He hasn't.
Y'all not.
I mean, what do you want?
I don't know, man. I'm looking at your picture, and you just got this puss on. Like, man,
You look so mad.
you look mad as fuck.
That's your I just
I
golf.
actually thought it was video.
That's just me being a real nigga.
That's his real nigga face?
You're just not about it yet. Like you just
Unknown
gotta.
is a real nigga though.
And see, they know. Ooh.
Unknown is a real nigga. I respect that nigga, yo.
Oh, okay.
That nigga's about to get, oh my God, it's Andre's ass at Civil War.
Ooh, that sounded very homo.
I'll need you to reiterate that, please.
Yeah, find another
Okay.
phrasing, please.
You was seriously about to fuck him
Damn
up.
it.
There we go.
Because of the
hell?
nigga.
Who that?
That's
Tom
Who
Brady.
the fuck are we
That's Tom Brady.
Dude, all right, fuck it. I can't even show myself for whatever reason.
Oh, shit. Expected to.
Yeah,
So much for that spooky camera.
What's that? Spooky one on?
The spooky camera.
All right.
Spooky left.
Oh, Spooky left. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back quickly. When Carl, you get your camera back working. I don't know what dysfunctionality you got going on there. Let's go back to this quickly. I know you have an opinion, Bifu, about the pot splitting and stuff like that. What's your opinion of that, especially as a streamer?
Okay, as a streamer, I kind of frown upon it because you take away from the actual event. Because basically everyone wants to see the grand finale of everyone playing all of these matches, and here did you get a high level match like Chris G versus Justin Wong, and then it's like, okay, they're gonna split, so they're gonna half-ass it. It's like half the times you normally don't see them do this. Like it doesn't happen so much when they pot split. It's just that they decided, but yet they still play out the matches best they can.
Yeah, I mean,
But what took place at Texas Showdown is something different.
Oh, I'm gonna jump in here really quick. First off, I don't understand how splitting a pot changes how people try. I'm just gonna throw something out here, just coming from from the actual player's angle. You do recognize that every win we get is actually like a really big kudos for our sponsors, and it allows you to get specific perks from your sponsor. So because you're splitting the pot doesn't mean that you're not gonna try to win for your sponsors still. That doesn't mean you're still not going to try to increase your paycheck or whatever other perks you have working out, whatever deals you have working with your sponsor to go ahead and maintain your longevity. So I don't know how splitting a pot is going to make you not want to play the match out the same way.
Yeah, I like to interject as
Trust me,
well.
I see the way you see it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like to interject something. Like pot splitting is, I don't have a problem with pot splitting. There's nothing wrong with it. They can do whatever they want with their money. It's their money, you know what I'm saying? They can do whatever they want with it. They can go to the strip club. They can spend it on a car. I don't care. The only thing is just as most people are saying is, play it out. And I'm gonna look into it as a business perspective. Let's say I put in an extra $1,000 pot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's look at ECT. Perfect example. All right, ECT. Y'all split it between a good amount of people. And how much was a bonus pot, Fanatiq? I forgot.
For which tournament? For ECT?
ECT, yeah. It was a big bonus pot, right?
It was a very big bonus.
It was 2,000, right?
I believe so. I think it was 3.
All right, 3,000. All right, so
Yeah, it was like 2,000.
It was from Nick, the Street Fighter 4 Answers guy. He let's say if that was to happen and y'all did something about random select, and then that didn't even count the match, and then you going on playing. You know what I'm saying? I would think that it will be a problem for the person that's actually sponsoring and throwing in the money. He just want to see a good show. That's all what the issue is for most people. Pot splitting, they could do whatever they want with it as long as they play it out. Play it at their best, or even considerably looking. What's that word? Just make it look presentable. You know what I mean? So
see, I think it's by like the random selecting. It basically if anything, it showcased these players' skill, that they're not just about their teams that they normally did. They kept it interesting. It wasn't perfect to do, obviously. Like I said, when you have a sponsor, it's something that you're basically riding a fine line, especially if you're representing a product. But you definitely. You definitely got to keep that in mind.
Yeah. But I'm sorry. Yeah, I hear you. But the thing is though, after they random select, they didn't even count it, and then they went back. You know what I'm saying? It's also considered the wait. That's basically a waste of time. And that also could lose a lot of viewers. A lot of viewers see that, and then they go back. They were like, "What? They going back after all that?" And then some people could just log off or whatever. Do whatever. That's another thing. You gotta look at it that way as well.
All right. I mean, but in counter to that, I do want to point out though. I'm just gonna ask this question. You guys can answer it for me. Maybe even you, D-Nice, if you could do that for me. Were they asked to pick random select from the crowd that was at the venue?
Well, no,
I did it. I'm a loud motherfucker. I was sitting in the front. I told them to do it.
You did it as well. Were you the only person that did it, or was it a common request at the venue?
It was everybody behind me was cheering for it because they saw random being highlighted and they paused. So they're like, "Yeah, let's do random," because everyone was bored. Like, let's be serious here. 3/4 of the venue left when they saw Chris G and Justin Wong sit down. So they're like, "Hey, let's make it hype for the crowd," and they put it on random. We're like, "Yeah, go ahead and do that." We got hype, and then when we got home or we started reading Twitter, people were butthurt about it. We were like, "What the fuck?"
Okay, so I mean that was exactly the point I wanted to bring out. Now I'm going to see if maybe anybody in this call can actually disagree with me here. I would think that what the players were doing in this situation was actually acting what they thought was in the best interest of the spectators, because the only spectators that they had reference to were the ones on hand, and those spectators that were on hand were requesting them to put it on random select. So when you decide to do something to appease the fans and the viewers, and you have a dichotomy here where some viewers want to see it and the other viewers want to see you play your original team, then can you really come hard at the players who are just who chose one of the dichotomy there? Like, I mean, how angry can you really be at players saying, well, I'm going to do something to please my fans, to please these fans, and go ahead and pick random select? It just so happens that the other people, because like, and again, I'm saying that this happened to be influenced. A few people who were influenced went over there and started saying things like, well, all right, you know, that they're throwing the match. Once you have this idea in your head they're throwing a match, then you start getting to the point where you start feeling like, oh man, I feel like we got bopped. You know, I feel like they're disrespecting us and so on and so forth, because these kind of ideas are being pushed into people's heads. Whereas had they looked back at it, you know what I'm saying? Had they looked back at it with the basic perspective of just thinking they're actually playing the match without being influenced, I think that it wouldn't have been an issue to begin with, being honest.
That was so genius.
I agree with what Fanatiq said when I was saying what I was saying. But it's like...
Hold on. PL, your mic is making crazy noises over there. He's been doing it for a while now.
Yeah, but hold on. Devil, take your video down. Give me your auntie pic or something. Because you know what it is. I got so much bandwidth going, and it's. I'm trying to conserve bandwidth. So, and Natus, you too. While you're
I'm stealing your internet.
Yeah, kill their videos, and then this way.
All right, guys. No more wife beater. Rest in peace.
And same thing for Natus. You guys save your wife beaters. Now you guys got to call each other up every week. You guys got to call each other up every week and ask what each other's wearing.
I know, right?
All right.
Wait, we lost Carl?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get him.
Let me add him back.
There we go.
Yeah, we lost Unknown also.
Well, like I was saying, what Fanatiq was saying, I completely understand. Like, you guys work hard to get all the way to finals. It's just that, like,
it's actually
when you see grand finals come.
Carl, let me drop you one more time.
Hold on, let me ban all these motherfuckers in the chat. Hold on.
No banning. We don't ban.
Okay, timeout.
This is out.
Timeout.
All right, Triforce is ready whenever we want to get him in.
Oh boy, Triforce.
Oh, that'll be great.
It's about time. I've been waiting for this dude.
Hey, DeWalrus, I'm just gonna let me just jump on him real quick. He said I used the word dichotomy wrong. Looking up the definition here, it says division into two mutually exclusive, opposed, or contradictory groups. For instance, one group that wants to see random select and one group that doesn't. They would be mutually exclusive and absolutely opposed on the different position there. So I think I used the word right. I think that you were a nigga that thought you knew what you were talking about and didn't realize that I'm not a nigga whose vocabulary you should ever question. Go ahead and slap yourself for your thoughts and time yourself out, nigga. Time yourself. Take 10 minutes to get yourself a dictionary and think about what you just said, Momo. But don't ever question my vocabulary. Idiot. Stream monsters know everything that they always think they know what they talking about.
Damn.
Yeah, stick that dilithium crystal up your ass.
Yup.
I got those big vocabulary words that I picked out of the encyclopedia.
And injustice.
Yeah, we need to get into some injustice discussions because we got two of the beta testers on right now. We're trying to get the third one on.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get the third one in a minute.
But Triforce has to go in first. Let Triforce go in.
Yeah, let Triforce say what he's
Triforce is gonna go in for a while. Triforce gotta chill. Triforce gotta chill because Triforce gonna go. I gotta fucking set my stopwatch. I want to get PL back on here. Unfortunately, let's wrap this up. What it comes down to is, as far as the pot splitting thing, is it in a? I hear all these tournament goes. It never happened at my event, really.
Stop.
It happens.
Yeah.
Guess what?
It's been happening.
Streamer,
it's been
I don't
happening
care.
since over 10 years.
Forever.
It's been happening. It's
I don't
known.
think nobody should be having a problem with that. It's their money. So yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, look, it's the sense of sportsmanship, you know, and that, you know, it kind of goes hand in hand with, and this ain't a jab at Chris G or Justin, but you know, you guys are the top guys. You know, Fanatiq, you're a top fucking player, so you guys have a responsibility, whether you want it or not. If you want, and I will not call it esports, but if you want the fighting game world to prosper and grow, you guys are the people that investors are going to look at and say, well, this is what it's going to be modeled after. So, you know, if a investor comes and sees this and catches wind of it, you know, they're going to be less apt to want to put money into this, because they're going to be like, yo, it's just basically a bunch of frauds.
Yes, the shit's
James, didn't I tell you this on Saturday?
Yes. Yes,
I told you all of this Saturday, and I've been saying this for the longest. Like, Stream Monsters, nobody seemed to understand. Even some of the players that I talk to, they understand what I'm saying, but it's like they just want to continue living in this life. Like, and while that's fine for them, I hate to see this type of stuff go on repeatedly, like just keep going on and on and on. If they just keep the pot splitting like to themselves, fine.
Yeah,
I don't
if
really
you
care.
keep it,
You could
if
take
you
10
keep
grand.
it, if you keep it on the down low, nobody can say shit. But if you make it blatant, you know, I mean, I can use Mortal 9 as an example because that's the best thing I can use as far as comparing. If you use Baraka versus Cabal and expect to walk off there, people are going to be like, wait a second, CD Junior's using Baraka? Get the fuck out of here. You know, and that's one of the things that, you know, if you're going to sell it, sell it. You know, but if you're going to turn around and just make it blatant, then, you know, I believe it's something that should be enforced. Just, I don't want to say smoke and mirrors, because, you know, what are you going to do? Right, Chris G, you're never allowed to compete in a tournament for a year. You know, that's not going to happen. You know,
They can't do that, something like that.
No, they can't. So that's why I'm saying. So it's something that if it's going to happen and you guys have, you know, your agreement, keep it between you guys, but try to sell it. You know, go into that WWE mode if you have to, but at least make it to the point where it's believable. You know, but once again, like I said, you know, if you're sponsored, you got to keep in mind your sponsor catches wind of that, and you know, it's no different than Pete Rose betting on baseball. You know, and that's going to be looked down upon.
Yeah, but honestly, I think there's a bigger problem than what's been happening than this. Has anyone seen this Gutex video about the top five worst games to play with your significant other?
Yeah, I saw that. Viscant got offended, and a lot of couples got offended.
Yeah.
What were the top five?
Games listed.
It was not. That's not the point. The point is.
Viscant got offended.
The point is, he's like, that people think it is towards. People think it is towards as sexism.
Gutex
So I don't
is
know.
a sexist.
I mean, look.
But
you
isn't
know,
Viscant asexual?
Yeah, he is. But to cosplayers.
you know. I mean, look. There's a lot of girls. In this industry. There's a lot of girls that compete.
Dumb.
Viscant is Fandango.
Viscant is dumb.
So that nigga don't want
That's what it comes down
that
to.
nigga don't want to put his meat in anything.
This purity
Anything
stuff
at all.
is retarded.
Nope.
Someone needs a slap, because that makes absolutely no sense.
Wait. What's his deal? Explain this to me, because I don't know him.
I gotta check his tweet. Hold on. Give me a second. You know,
It's-
Twitter's been blowing people
The
up.
thing with him is that, like, he swears that, like, cosplaying is the devil, the sins of me, and I'm a horrible human being. I don't even, like, everything he says makes absolutely no sense. Like, he
Yo.
talks about
Who the
sins
fuck was
Who is
that?
that?
and-
Vixen?
Is that
Uh-oh.
Vixen?
Did Vixen just come in and
Was
shit?
that Amy? Was that Amy, Chris?
Man, I don't even know who that was just now. But no, I'm not about anything that you're saying.
Yeah,
right now.
I know it's a troll, but it's a dumb troll. It makes no sense and it doesn't go anywhere.
I was like, wait, no. He said cosplaying is the devil, and what? What's going on?
Wait, isn't Viscant like a
The
virgin
devil.
and true to himself and all that shit?
We don't know, man. We don't know this.
I mean, look, hey, I don't. Hey, different strokes for different folks, but you know what? Don't impede your ways on me, and I'm not going to impede my ways on you.
I mean,
There
some
you
people
go.
like to stroke females, and some people like to stroke nothing. I'm sorry, what?
He got raped by a tall Asian, and that's why he hates.
He got
No,
raped
what?
by an Asian.
He got listen. He got raped by a tall Asian girl at a baseball game, and that's
Well,
why he
yeah,
hates
that's
women.
what happened.
Really?
I'm serious.
Really?
I'm
And he
not
wasn't
trolling.
bragging about that.
On
How
the
do you-
stream.
How do
First
you
of
get
all-
raped
first
by
of
an-
all-
but you I noticed you said tall and very very.
I was just gonna say a tall. I said if you got a tall Asian, that's like getting one with green eyes.
Tried to rape him at a baseball game, and that ruined his life. It scarred him for life.
So Sailor Moon tried to hit him with the transform in front of you with his and he's mad about it?
Yeah, he's mad. He's scarred for life. This was like 10 years ago or something.
Scarred.
But this is a
You got
transaction
scarred.
story.
How did she even rate? Like, what is? I don't even know what you're saying right now. I don't understand the words coming out of you. How do you? He needs to. That's a troll. That nigga's a troll.
Yo.
That nigga, nah.
I would have. Yo, if that happened to me, I would have built myself a fucking trophy.
That's the question. When I listened, y'all said she was tall. Was she thick too?
We don't know. He said she was just tall. He didn't say she was thick.
I
don't
bet
know.
you it was a thick Asian.
Oh, no, legit. This is a joke, right? This is a
He's
joke.
claiming. He's
I
claiming
hope.
that it's
I'm hoping.
For real.
Is this a for real moment or is this a troll moment?
It's a troll.
No,
bro.
no, we're not trolling. I'm
No
dead
one
serious.
knows
I'm dead
anything. Like he's everything he says just makes almost no sense.
So thanks to him accidentally having sex with an Asian girl at a baseball game, now he ain't trying to cuff nobody? That ain't no trill nigga though.
I'm not about it.
So that means he's not pure.
That's
It was Ricky Ortiz's 5-inch stiletto.
Oh god.
I was just reading the chat, man. Anyway, listen, guys, let me do this. I want you guys to stick around, but I'm going to, because I want to free up some bandwidth, I want to get some of the guys, I want Chris G, Carl, and I'm going to have Mr. Bill Brady on, and we're going to talk some injustice stuff. So you guys can hang, but let me just give the floor to Carl and Chris G for a while, and this way I can get some questions from people, which a ton of people have questions already. And then we're going to get back to 5-inch stiletto heel, tall ass Asians raping fucking emotionally challenged kids.
Damn.
It's like if you put that as a headline on a newspaper, that it wouldn't make sense. What?
Yo, I'm just going to say this. That's like all these kids that are banging out these students, the teachers that are banging out these students, and it's a hot chick teacher, and the kid goes and rats him out. And I'm like, wait a second. The teacher's like model material, every kid's fantasy, and you knocked her out. You were guaranteed straight A's all the way fucking through school.
if you weren't terrible.
If you weren't terrible. Even if you were terrible, if she kept coming back for more, then you're doing something right.
Bro, I mean, think about it like this though. Maybe pussy was whack. Maybe she got AIDS or something.
Nah, it's always like, yo, Natus, man, you know, Mrs. fucking Rice, I was banging her out, and Natus like, that's fucked up. I wanted to bang. I've been jerking off the pictures to her for 3 years. I'm gonna tell your mother. It's this motherfucker ratting your ass out. It's always one motherfucker got to rat you out. Hey, Mrs. Fink, I think James is all scarred. He's walking around very emotionally distraught. I think I saw the teacher touching his little wee-wee. Boom, done, over. Party's over. Now, next thing you know, school security guard driving around the fucking parking lot looking for that car with the steamed up windows to see you with your pants down and your pee-pee in the teacher's mouth. Ah, forget about it.
Yeah, wait, what the fuck you said about me? Now everybody put me on blast here. What the fuck?
You knocked me out, man.
On what?
Because I was banging a teacher.
What teacher? I didn't know about you banging some teacher.
When I was a wee lad in school.
I didn't know about that. What the fuck? Everybody's like, yo, I'm on blast now. What the fuck? I didn't know about that shit.
Would you rat me
You
out?
just put yourself on blast.
No.
now, man.
If and I'm gonna ask you this straight up. If I turned around and you had a crush on the teacher, but I was banging her out, would you try to fucking cock block me on that?
No, that's your own thing. Dude, millions of women out there in the fucking world. There's others out there.
Unfortunately, there's always one in the crowd that doesn't say that, and they want to wreck it. If I can't have it, nobody can mentality.
Hey, I mean, you know, back in high school, if you saw one of your homeboys getting something you wasn't, you had to hate. Like, I mean, it's just that's the way niggas was. So,
But I mean, we all knew that one joint that was just about it. So you weren't really mad. Like, come on.
About it is so.
I mean, once you found that one that everybody passed around, then I mean, it was cool. But until then, or before you passed her on, after round one, before she went on to the next person, you know what I'm saying? The other niggas was straight hating.
That bitch was like a straight talking toy. Nigga just fucking
Man, what are
in
y'all
one dirt
talking
pile.
about?
Cheekage, like what?
Like, what?
I'm sorry.
Anyway, wait. We're gonna resume this conversation. I do want to get into the injustice thing for a while.
Yeah, we got it.
I got it. Yeah, I mean the game got released today. Are you guys playing it before I move on
I'm
to
playing
the
that
other
as
two?
we speak, son.
And who you-
I mean, you know,
Catwoman, son.
Catwoman.
No, I stay up.
Catwoman.
Anybody else?
I mean, I'm looking at Catwoman also.
Oh
I
my
don't have the
god.
game.
Catwoman, yo, what's up?
I mean, I'm about that Killer Frost and that Deathstroke though.
Oh,
Are you guys hearing about Doomsday being kind of broken?
right now.
I mean, why he got Gamma
Like
Crush and that thing's unblockable though.
Why can't you dash out
Yo,
of it?
I heard they nerfed Deathstroke before the game came out. Like literally when the game came out, they already nerfed Deathstroke. Like he had like a 50% combo down to 38, something like that.
You know what? Before I go any further, I'm gonna do this. You guys need Silencio for 6 minutes. You got to give me. Speaking of Deathstroke, Tony T sent me one of his lovely videos. When this video's done, I'm gonna go into Carl and Chris G. But I figured this way you guys get a chance to check out what Deathstroke can actually do. So with that said, I am gonna mute myself, full screen right, and get myself a drink.
Yeah, everybody go mute.
I'm muting.
guys, mute your mic. We got the game sound coming out from your system, from your headset. Hey guys, mute your mic. We got the game sound coming out from your system.
All right. Anyway, guys, that is Tony T over in Australia with 1 day of working with Deathstroke. So I'm sure there's going to be more good combos to come from him as always. With that said, I am going to let Chris G and Carl. Carl, you want to turn your video on now? Or you not want to take the chance?
No, that's cool.
All right. Anyway, so like I said, we know you worked on the Injustice Strategy Guide with Tom Brady and CD Jr., which came out
yesterday.
Yes, came out yesterday. So I mean, guys out there, if you go out and pick the game, grab it. Just if not for the combos, just to support people in the community doing stuff within the community, and you know, just supporting the game itself. So, you know, what is it? How much is it? $25, $24?
Yeah, it's $25 for the regular edition. The collector's edition, I think, is I don't even know actually. I don't know how much collector's edition is. I know it's more than the regular edition, obviously.
Now you were actually involved in some of this this Twitter war controversy that was going on today. Do you care to discuss that a little bit?
With Jabali?
Yeah.
Or with someone else?
Well, just in general, you know.
All right, well, it's like the way I feel about it, because you know, I kind of just stopped really caring what people think, because at the end of the day, I have to. It's better for me to just say whatever I want anyway. It makes me feel better instead of trying to stand and confide what everyone else expects you to say. Like, the politically correct answers are kind of boring anyway. But as far as like tournaments are concerned, like I see like Chris is talking about how he's complaining. Now I'm not saying it's bad to complain, because I say the same shit, but the complain about how scheduling is bad, and then like, you know, as far as them splitting the pot and shit, you honestly, I mean, I know I said a bunch of shit trolling like, oh, you could ban them or whatever, but at the end of the day, you can't do shit about it. Like, they can play their hearts out and still choose to split, and then go to their hotel rooms and split. There's nothing you can do about it. They didn't sign a contract or anything, and even if they did, you wouldn't know. So it's like, whatever. Either you make the prize money significant enough to be, you know, between second and, well, the prize money is kind of significant between 70% and 20%. But if you're only doing like a couple hundred, people aren't really going to care. It's like, okay, whatever. What's 700 compared to 200, right? But if you take like say 10,000 for first place and 2,000 for second place, someone's gonna be like, hell fucking no, I'm not going to split with you. Are you stupid? Like, once we get to that point where people are really making real money from prize money like that, like on a consistent basis, then I mean, every other major is going to be 700 for first place and stuff. And these people, they're playing at evolution level, world finals level, like all the time. I'm pretty sure they get. I'm pretty sure Chris is tired of doing fucking soul fist, flight cancel soul fist all the time. That shit is difficult as hell to do consistently, and then like rush down and shit, like everything he does. So I commend him for doing that, but I'm pretty sure he's tired of that. But if I were him, I wouldn't split with no fucking body. I would just rape everybody if I was good at Marvel like that. I'd be like, no. Like, that's the reason everyone was so mad at Wolfcrone. Because I guess he agreed to a split, but then they treated him dirty. So then he was like, no, fuck that, I'm not going to split no more. And he doesn't split with anyone ever since then.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, you know, it's one thing to throw matches, it's another thing to split them. They're still playing the matches out. They're still trying. You know, and you know, I can't reiterate enough. You know, the biggest problem that players face is if your sponsor catches wind, they're gonna bitch and moan because they're obviously saying you're representing the product, and for you to pull something like that, it's a reflection of the product and the product we put out. Beyond that, though,
I want to cut you off. I just want to answer a Stream Monster real quick. All right, the situation that happened at final round in I think 2012. All right, Wolfcrone and Justin had agreed to split like really early on, but then what happened?
Carl, it was NEC 2011. Justin was just still mad at final round, but this happened at NEC. Yeah, this was NEC 2011. Basically, they agreed to pot split, but Wolfcrone felt bad. Like he won, and then you know his family's poor and his family's kind of sick. So he's like, I need this money more than Justin. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this money. And then Justin's like, you motherfucker, because Justin offered to split because Chrome was coming out of losers.
So this is the story that I heard.
I was talking to Justin himself this weekend.
Okay, that's cool. I talked to Wolfcrone. He told me. So
all right.
What happened in final round is that, and there's a video of this too. Wolfcrone was late to his pools or whatever, right? So then, basically, Wolfcrone didn't want to split anymore because he was late to his pools. But everybody was like, "Oh, DQ him, fuck that." But you know, him and Justin were supposed to split, but Wolfcrone's like, "Okay, we're about to split. Why would you make it so I can't, play? You guys could help the match or something like that." Something happened where it took forever or something like that. But, by the time Wolfcrone got there, they had just, I guess, got to Wolfcrone's match. I guess the same situation as Knives and Fanatiq. Something like that. I don't know. But the point is, Wolfcrone's like, all right, fuck that. You're going to be like, all right, fuck it. DQ me? Hell no, I'm not going to split. So he ended up raping everybody at the tournament, and he won. And that's what, I guess, that started that whole thing. Because at first, I mean, Wolfcrone was kind of being welcomed into the Justin and Friends thing. But this was on the part of time where Wolfcrone was just raping everybody. Like how Chris G is right now in Marvel. So that's just what happened. That's why no one likes Wolfcrone anymore. Well, not anyone, like not as far as I'm concerned, but as me, I mean, I have any problems with Wolfcrone. Me and Wolfcrone are cool. I'm just saying everybody else, because there's a misconception of him on that.
It's like I said, and that's one of the problems that does happen, obviously. Not too often. Usually it's pretty fucking, a mutual understanding. The money, the money ain't that big. So it's like,
it's not.
And it's not going to, as much as people want it to, it's not going to. And I'm Chicken Little screaming the sky is falling, but let's be real, the money's not there. MLG put the money into freaking MK9, and you even watched that dwindle down as time went on. Guys got to understand, right now the FGC as a whole is not marketable.
It's not.
It's not. I mean, and I'm not trying to say we're an embarrassment because, then I'll have everybody saying, well, JamessMK, you got this white trash show with all brothers on it. I'd be like, well, then it's not white trash, motherfuckers. But, that just talks and spews hate. I'm not spewing hate. I'm just telling people, I'm just saying, look, if you want this to grow, there's only one way it's going to grow, and that's to change.
Let me say something real quick on that. People want to talk about me doing what I do, which is controversial to whatever the hell you want this community to become, but they don't realize that TOs, stream commentators, everyone is like, okay, nobody is professional. At most tournament organizers, they allow people to just say curse words, all this stuff. They don't want to let, bigger corporations into the building. But like, oh, we got to talk about the next generation of gamers. But yet they're saying the F word all over the place. Oh, but my kid is seeing that, blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, well, you're very unprofessional to begin with. Most people don't talk well on the mic. I know I suck. I don't care. But I don't even curse.
I don't either.
But most people actually, I no, but seriously speaking, I don't curse. And so everyone's trying to be professional when everyone is straight up just saying all this amount of crap on streams. And it's like, okay, well, you want me to play my hardest, but you can't give an educated, actual performance of speaking. And I don't know, man. Like, they just make it sound so stupid when they're childish themselves.
You know what it is, and this is what I believe. I believe, and this is, if you were to clean up the FGC, nobody would want to invest in it either because the viewership would go down. People like the grime, the dirt, the curse, the swear words. If you're trying to attract an audience of 60-year-old guys and 12-year-old kids, this is not the place to do it. And if you do clean it up, now you're going to have the players, which is basically your money, basically saying, I don't want to go to your tournament if I can't be me. So it's basically it's a double-edged sword that you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Now I'm going to use Dominion as an example. Like I went to NYU. Every time I see him, he's dressed up nice. He reminds me of like when I played ball in school. That the day before your game on the weekends, everybody had to wear a collar or the jersey, and everybody had to fit a certain mold. And it's kind of like. Let's use the Yankees as an example. Every player has to be clean cut, shaven. Look at when Johnny Damon came there and they made him cut his hair off. You don't have to be a Yankee. But if you want to be a Yankee, there are certain rules that you're going to have to abide by. And Dominion to me right now, the way I see him, the way he handles himself during tournaments, that's the nice lad Esports. He's a Yankee, exactly. Jay Real said it. He's a Yankee. He's what epitomizes what Esports wants at the end of the day for the people to be like. But now, if you go to an event and everybody's dressed in suits and ties and playing their games, and that's boring as fuck.
Okay. I want to actually share a story. At final round, I was supposed to play AE. AE was supposed to be finished to top 8 on Friday. Now, mind you, that didn't happen. So
hold on, mute your mic, Triforce.
One second. Crap! Can't believe you guys can hear that.
Yeah, we hear that.
Wow, you're listening to rock and roll over there? Anyway, go ahead, Chris.
So they said that they were supposed to finish it on Sunday. I was like, all right, well, they're gonna do Marvel, and then I'm gonna come back to AE on Sunday. On Saturday, when I woke up, I was playing Marvel. I got points to lose his first round. Blah 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 blah. Then they were like, the guy walks up to me. He's like, we're gonna have to play AE, and I was like, wait, what are you talking about? I thought you said Sunday. They were like, nah, we got to finish till top 8. I asked one of the TOs. The TO was like, no, don't listen to what anybody says. We're going to do this on Sunday. I'm finishing my matches for Marvel, and I'm probably at top 32. And mind you, I'm stressed out as hell because I'm in losers and my mind is lost. So he comes back up to me, and he's like, okay, you have to play Jin right now. If you lose, you have to play another match. I was like, okay. But I was like, I told him, no, I don't want to. I'm not ready and all this stuff. So They told me, okay, if you flip a coin, heads, you play the match. Tails, we wait till tomorrow. I lost the coin flip. So, I did what I was supposed to do, and I played the match. So I was put into losers, top 16. Okay, well, one of your competitors is not here. What? So you're telling me regardless of whether or not I won the coin toss, I was going to come back at 10 o'clock and play my match. So I came back the next day again, and I played my match. I lost. First of all, the guy who I was supposed to play lost to somebody else, and I played Wtih. I lost to Wtih, and guess what? Wtih has to come back at 6 o'clock. What kind of scheduling was that? That makes absolutely no sense. So right now you're punishing the players because you messed up a schedule that was supposed to be perfect. Why would you do that to people? I'm a player, I'm a human being, and I'm tired. So you make me come back at 10 o'clock in the morning so I could lose and then come back later anyway. Yes, win or lose, I was supposed to come back.
Chris, you know what the problem is? These tournaments need to be capped at either 500 or 250 or something. Because the scheduling is because so many people enter a tournament. Most of them are pot monsters. I think unless you're serious about competing, you shouldn't travel. Unless you want to go as a spectator, go as a spectator. Don't fill up the brackets and cause so many different scheduling problems for the people who are serious about it.
What's this have to do with anything? It has everything to do with everything. How can I perform if I'm exhausted?
Yeah, I mean, look, and I'm not trying to break balls of ECT at all, but the MK. The first time I came back to the scene, I had a match in MK9 at 3:30 in the morning. And I just told the dude, "You win." I've been drinking now with a break in between for 12 hours. I don't want to play the game no more. I want to continue drinking.
Hold on. I said fuck the newcomers. I'm not saying fuck the newcomers. I'm just saying there should be qualifiers for the majors to get to them. Everybody can't fucking go to the World Series of Poker. Everybody can't just fucking sign up for a golf tournament. So whatever. Golf is a sport and shit. I'm just saying, if people want to go that route, there needs to be qualifiers to get into a certain league. If you want to go to Evo, you shouldn't be able to just fucking randomly go up there, sign up, get drunk, fill up the brackets, scheduling's all fucked up and shit. No, it should be 250 people. Every qualifier, for example, every Evo tournament should be a qualifier for Evo. If you didn't freaking qualify at Evolution, at least in top 32 or something like that, you shouldn't be going. Or something, I don't know. And then if that person doesn't go, the next person in line is able to go. I guess through email or something. There's a way to do it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but see here, PL. You know what the problem with that is? The tournament organizers want to get money, so they don't give a shit. That to them is irrelevant. They want to get paid.
Okay. Well, listen. I'll tell you what we did at Winter Brawl. All right, we had people say, "Yo, listen, register early. At a certain time, we'll cut off and we'll do walk-ups to a certain event, to an extent. For Marvel, we had exactly 256. We didn't go any more or any less. We had 256, and I feel that it ran very smoothly. Same thing goes for AE. I don't know about the KOF and MK9s. I wasn't paying attention to that, but I know for those two Capcom games, everything went smoothly. Okay, so I do feel where Chris G is coming from about that, but just as Perfect Legend said it, we should cap it at a certain amount. 256 should be fine, just perfect.
Yeah, I think it should be 256, and then the entry fee should be higher so more people get paid. Because so it's okay. I understand that right now 72010 they've been doing that since the fucking 90s, but it should be $50 entry fee. If you're going to charge me $70 just to walk through the fucking door, you could charge me a fucking $50 entry fee. So $50 entry fee, and then it pays top 8 guaranteed. And I guess first place will get 50% of the pot, and then it'll trickle down to 8th place.
Nah, nigga. That's
what?
not gonna work.
That's just not gonna work. Tournaments?
It doesn't matter. That shit is not gonna work.
Well, I'm just saying, do you place at tournaments?
It doesn't matter. That shit is not gonna work.
Do you place at tournaments?
Why is that relevant? That logic is so flawed.
I guess it is not relevant to you because you don't place at tournaments.
It doesn't. No one's gonna agree with that.
That makes no sense.
No, I'm
Thank
saying
you,
like
Chris.
no, he's trying to like he's like no, this is not relevant. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just saying
It's
like
not fucking relevant. I'm serious.
dude,
it doesn't
who
make
are
sense.
you? Why are you in here?
I'm in here because I was invited.
Why?
My niggas. All right, guys. You guys are all now arguing about shit that's all old now. You know, we used to have this conversation 5 to 10 years ago about how the scene should expand, and guys are just now getting to it. That's good that you guys are now on this page. Because the reality of the situation is that this scene is not going to survive in the community. It cannot survive in the community. It is going to have to move in the direction which has been slated for the scene since its inception. The community should be qualifiers, and the leagues should be where they perform. This happens in all competitive games for the dawning of time. And I know a lot of people is going to argue and disagree, although this was said 10 years ago. And, you know...
It's funny because, like, everybody's disagreeing, but these are the same people that just want to go to tournaments and fucking lollygag around and go off and act with, you know, act all out.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people want to disagree with. And not to toot my own horn, when EMP first came to the scene and they did the whole team shit, everyone was like, Triforce, you're a fucking nut. You should go circle jerk in the corner or something, like, you idiot. There's no such thing as teams or making money, blah, blah, blah. And this is where I have to disagree with a lot of people on a lot of things. And I'll say it one more time. I don't have to like MLG. I don't have to like DreamHack. I don't have to like World Cyber Games. I don't have to be friends with them. I don't have to be partners with them. I don't have to be partners with anyone. But here is one fact that the scene is going to have to accept. The FGC will be assimilated to esports, and there is absolutely nothing anyone is going to do to stop it. You will all conform. The suits are going to come. They're going to buy out everything. It is going to make rules. You are going to rant and complain, yet you will do as you are told. And the money will come for everyone. Now, everyone has good opinions on certain things, how they should be run, but there's goods and bads to them. At the end of the day, Chris G has best said it, this whole professional shit, you know, I say this shit time and time again. Everyone's like, oh, you guys are not acting professional, blah, blah. Name one individual in the scene, with the exception of Seth Killian, that acts professional.
At all times or in general?
All the time, on and off the mic.
No one.
Exactly. Thus, this whole professional shit, all this shit is bullshit.
Dude, why is this guy in this chat? I'm not talking about you, Triforce. The other dude, I don't even know who he is. We don't know who he is.
Dude, who the fuck cares what you know?
Dude,
I was invited to this chat. First of all, why does it matter if I'm...
Why did you invite him in here?
Where did this come from?
I don't know.
Why are you butthurt because your idea is fucking stupid when you want to kill the community? This is open for a reason. They want to grow. Shut up, Carl. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. They want to grow this community. And you're trying to close it off to a bunch of elitist jackasses like yourself. So you need to shut the fuck up because that doesn't make any fucking sense.
You can say shut the fuck up as much as you want to across the computer screen on the internet.
It doesn't matter. I will tell you to your face that shit's fucking stupid. What are you gonna say to me? Oh, you don't play. Who gives a fuck? Do you have to be an expert basketball player to watch NBA now? You have to be good at basketball to comment on LeBron. You can't talk like.
All right, hold on, guys.
Wait, hold on. Let's not get derailed.
We're derailing the situation. Let's go back to the whole. Let's go back to the whole situation. There's some ideals that make sense. Carl, one of the things Carl said makes sense. Some of the things he does, and a lot of the other ideals that you guys are saying that make sense. But the problem here is that fighting games cannot follow the same structure as the other esports. Fighting games needs its own exclusive infrastructure to run on because the way it is. It's like how, I know now you guys are gonna laugh at this, but it's the truth. Wrestling is a sport. The only difference is that they script the ending. fighting games can take elements from wrestling. It doesn't have to follow wrestling to the exact end, but it actually fits more of the elements in wrestling than it does with anything else. Actually, it's more like boxing or MMA, to be straightforward. You can put a storyline between the players, but the end result is someone's going to get knocked out, and it's going to be for real. It's not like, oh, okay, Rocky, at this particular point, you're going to rock bottom me and you're going to give me the people's elbow. And so with that being said, like at huge tournaments, qualifiers should happen. Like for something like Evolution should have 256-man brackets, and all of the tournaments in that circle around Evolution should be the qualifiers. Each major should have a top 16 qualify. If you place top 16, you have qualified for Evolution. You get an invitation, blah, blah, blah. And it should fill up until you have 256 or whatever the case may be, even top 32, depending on how many events you have that leads up to Evo. And then Evolution will have the qualified best and of the best whatever. But then, like James said, well, if you do that, then 5,000 people can't come in and Evo doesn't make $2 million a year. But let's not talk about what's in these people's bank accounts. Let's try to stick to...
Well, no, because there's you know what? Because there's some relevance to that as well. There's
a relevance to that, but James, you're right. There is a relevance to that, but then to play devil's advocate, and you know I don't really want to take their side, but business etiquette. Oh, wait, actually, we don't even need business etiquette. Or some street shit. Why you minding their money? That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? Just on some street shit, like mind your neck. That's not your money. Let them do their hustle.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's not that I want to know what they got in their pocket. I'm just saying, if you look at the scene as a whole, if and you're sitting here and you're saying that this is the way it's going to be. You guys are going to line up like the fucking the cattle that you are and perform like the circus monkeys. But it's not going to happen if it turns the people away. Now, the top players will definitely, if they know they're getting paid, they're going to do it. But us irrelevant people like DevilMaySpy and myself, who come in 25th place, I'm going to go suck my dick. I'm going to do what I want to do. I qualified. I'm not a top guy. I want to come. I want to hang out. I want to enjoy it. And you're not going to tell me I got to wear a suit and tie to come and perform.
No, yeah, you're right about that. But okay, I don't know who the Viper guy is. I don't know who's on the show because I can't even see.
Neither do I.
DevilMaySpy here. Let me. DevilMaySpy, aka Filipino Champ, is the newest added host on the show with us.
And that's Bifuteki, Chris G, Perfect Legend, D Nice, DarKNaTaS. Okay, so DevilMaySpy. Yeah. All right, so good. So we know who the extra person is. Now, here's a problem. Someone in the chat actually said something which was very relevant. When we're missing an element, everyone's like, oh, okay, so Carl, you bring up the ideal of 256. But if outside of the sponsorship that Evolution got from Capcom last year for just the Capcom games, not all the other games, just the Capcom games, if you cap Evo at 256, then you're only going to get $2,500 for a world championship. It took those other Marvel had 1,500 people at $15,000. To my knowledge, Capcom didn't give that $15,000 for Marvel. That $15,000 came from the entry fee. Now, how they broke it down between top 8 is something different. Same thing for Soul Calibur, same thing for those other games. If you cap it, that means when you cap the numbers of the people that enter the tournament, now you're looking towards the sponsors of the video game scene, that particular scene, to put the money in to make it worthwhile. Now, the fighting game community isn't at that level yet. They're not Warner Brothers. Only Warner Brothers can do that at this current juncture point in time. But when Warner Brothers did do that, and Warner Brothers put out $100,000 for Mortal Kombat, the total combined numbers from all 4 events weren't even 500. So some of these problems come from the fighting game community itself, and some of the problems comes from the corporate boys themselves. But the good news is that we're all working towards a way to eventually assimilate everyone in the scene which everyone's gonna have to learn. Players are gonna have to start getting PR managers and shit like that. Where you see how Chris G says, I suck talking, but at least Chris G realizes and recognizes what he's bad at. That's good, because then people like him will be successful in the scene. He knows what he's bad at, he doesn't lie about it, and he knows what to work on. So in the future, he can do something for it. But you have a lot of egotistical idiots who like, nah, fuck that. Nah, I don't can tell me this, that, the other, whatever. And in reality, they're bad for the scene. They think that if you go on an On Blast show or James Chen show or some other fucking stream and you don't curse there, blah, 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 that's what's important. No, this shit, your diction, your personality, your how you articulate yourself, all that shit matters everywhere you go. Mainstream, community, in your house, in your toilet, when you're fucking sleeping, whether you're eating, it matters everywhere. And when it comes down to that, the fighting game community ain't about that life. On some real shit, we ain't about that life. So what we need to do is stop fooling ourselves, stop bullshitting ourselves, and keep this shit 100% real, and find a way to somehow control it and utilize it for the benefits that it has. Our dynamics and our behavior, our personality, our rawness, our drama, all of that is good if it can be directed properly. The scene needs a bunch of Ric Flairs, Eric Bischoffs, and Vince McMahons, and the scene doesn't have that. In fact, when the scene gets it, the scene goes, what the fuck you think this is? This shit ain't wrestling. Turn this shit away and blah, blah, blah. But that's what made the fighting game community what it is.
Triforce, you know what happened at Texas Showdown? It was Scott Hall and Shawn Michaels and Triple H all hugging. Madison Square Garden incident in fighting game community. And everyone got butthurt about it.
Yeah, whoever wrote that script is a fucking idiot, because
they didn't write that script. That was
they broke script.
They broke script. That's what I'm talking about. That's the only reason people know pot splitting is prevalent in the fighting game community, because it was so obvious at Showdown. But it's been happening, and then that's when people found out wrestling was fake or scripted, because Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and them broke character, and that's why it's called the Madison Square Garden incident. And then people eventually got over it, and that's where we are right now.
Yeah, so then we need Vince McMahon to fix the situation. Then what we need to do is people need to just meet up in real life, smack each other. Like Chris G, you should just smack Justin in real life on some YouTube video, and then get it popping at fucking Evo. There you go. That fixed the whole situation. I'm like, yo, he bitch slapping for real? But like,
see now, wait. Now I see in there the FGC is fake. No, the FGC isn't fake.
No, it's real. It's
just versus Andre. I know him versus Andre was an example. I mean,
no, the FGC is real. The FGC is real. People just need to understand that because of
Triforce, turn your airplane off.
Oh my god, I cannot fucking believe this bitch is doing this shit. Hold on for a second.
What, she blow drying her hair?
Yeah, literally. Hold on. And the minute I mute it, it turns off. What the fuck? All right. But no, the scene needs to the scene is.
What the hell?
Did he just get disconnected?
No, I'm here.
He's here.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
This scene is eating itself.
One second.
And it's gonna keep on doing that. And people, what they're trying to do is blame me for the scene killing.
Nah.
And a few other people.
Well, I've been called a scene killer too, and you know.
No, they can't blame you for the fucking.
Little old me and little old Chris G, we're the murderers of the scene, and it's like, you know.
No, because I'm the only person speaking out against these people who run tournaments poorly, who treat players like crap. We're obviously not really making that much money, but they treat us as if we're millionaires. Then that doesn't really make sense at all. We're just regular people. We don't make anything, and like the money that we do make, we're trying to give it to pretty much us.
Yeah, I mean, like I had go rolling back to the whole the JamessMK putting Daigo on blast. You know, somebody said, "Oh well, Daigo's gonna retire and live off of the profits of his book." He wrote one book. You know, it's a bestseller, yes, but he can't live off the profits of one book.
You can't.
man.
You can't say anything. You can't say anything against Daigo.
No, I'm not saying nothing against him.
No, I'm not.
You know,
I'm not
that.
saying you are. The statement I'm trying to make is that, oh, God forbid you say anything against Daigo.
Hey, I want to
First
say
of
something
all,
because there's no point for me to be on a stream anymore. If I see DevilMaySpy, you want to fucking talk records, I will fuck you up. So I'm just letting you know that now.
damn, that's
I'll be at ECT. I'll be at ECT in the fucking front row. Try me.
Yo,
You are
so
the reason
is
this
this what you're
community
talking
sucks.
about? WWE?
This is the
Yeah,
shit.
you are a fucking scumbag.
This is the
Look,
shit
I'm
right
sitting here telling you why the fuck. Hold on. I'm sitting here telling you why the fuck that wouldn't make sense. And then the first thing you say is, do you place in tournaments? How the fuck is that relevant to the discussion at hand? How is it relevant? No one agrees with your plan. No one. This community makes no money, and you're sitting here saying, make a $50 entrance fee. How does that help grow the scene at all? You don't give a fuck about the scene. All you care about is a payday. And that's why you're fucking scumbag.
Yo, I'm gonna just say this, yo, and I'm gonna speak behalf of Joe and John. If y'all do some shit, y'all take that shit outside. I don't care
Yes,
what
please
happens
do.
outside. But other than that,
Listen,
I'm gonna stand my ground. I'm gonna be at ECT. He puts his hands on me, it's on.
wait. You see, this is. Look, guys, this is how the
Fuck
scene
this
misses
nigga.
these actions. Listen. It doesn't matter how you guys want to do this. Just make sure someone's recording this. It's very important to the scene's growth. Okay.
I don't know.
And then DevilMaySpy, you will have to learn whatever game Carl plays so that we can eventually have this played out in a video game or some shit like that.
No, I know he's gonna beat me. I know I suck. I can accept that. But that wasn't the issue. The issue was his plan is fucking stupid. And he got butthurt when I called him on it. He needs to hold that shit.
Oh, that's
You're
all
acting like a fucking female. You're acting like a fucking female. My God, I thought you were a grown ass man. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you up because you don't agree with me. Act like a fucking internet troll. Grow up.
Okay.
And that's coming from a troll himself.
But
I know I'm a troll. I do that shit in fun. This guy's serious. That's the bad part. He's fucking serious.
Ouch. But yeah, Chris G. Chris G is one of the. In fact, Chris, I had a.
My
we
nigga,
talked.
if you come up to me, you will get a grown ass whooping. If you come up to me talking fucking crazy, don't fucking act like you gonna be fucking.
I will be in the front row. I will be in the front row, and I will look you dead in the eye. You put your hands on me, it's on. Just do it. Just fucking do it.
Yo, but honestly though, I think this kind of gonna contradict
who got a
what's going
female
on about
talk?
growing the scene though, because if y'all was
What's
in
up,
the fight and
Triforce?
somebody captured it, if somebody
That's
captured it,
Triforce.
you know what I'm saying? That pretty much put a lot of negativity to the scene, would it not? So this is the question.
It's not me. I'm not doing it.
Oh, I was telling you.
I know. When it comes out, no. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, don't worry about me, guys. I'm just saying, if any noise comes from me, I will mute, but it's not me.
I hear you got girls in the background.
Yes, I do.
Then it's you.
And that is you.
No,
Your
there's no
mic picks up
girls.
everything. You just said yes, it was.
It's time for it to charge again.
Oh no, it's not. What are you talking about? No, I will know. I'm watching it. How would you know? You're not even looking at it.
Come on, baby. I'll pick up the tampons after the show. I don't want to. Don't make. Stop! You're embarrassing me.
You guys are so stupid. Jake, put me on fucking blast. Yeah.
There, you got body.
Yeah.
It was
But,
you.
No, listen. Some girls passed by me, and that was it. But they weren't even talking.
Well, we can still hear something.
We hear music playing in the background, but it's
Oh, yeah.
it's okay.
Girl, I want
It's
your
okay.
body. Yeah. And fucking hair dryers and vacuum cleaners. Damn, man. Fuck.
I'm in a peculiar place. Sorry about that, guys. And they're playing this dumbass music in the background. Whose music is that? What the fuck?
It's not mine. I don't listen to that
No,
fucking whack
I'm talking
crap.
about like, who the hell? Who's these artists? The hell?
Sounds like One Direction.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it is One Direction. Ain't this some shit? Damn. I'm gonna
Put
mute
it on
this.
second and know that shit.
Actually, I did. Oh. I actually didn't
Triforce,
know that.
man.
Listen, look, guys, don't even start it. All right, don't even start it. I don't know this song and shit. You listen to these
So if you go
motherfuckers.
into your room, you're gonna see like a Justin Bieber poster and shit.
Here we go.
Nah, but seriously though, like,
Sal, your mic sounds like shit.
Man, you sound like shit, you drunk bastard.
I ain't drunk, you cocksucker.
I fucking am. I was laying in bed and you calling me cocksucker?
Why do I gotta be a cocksucker? You fantasizing about me in your bed again?
I was thinking about it. What's good?
You were thinking about it? That's issues, man.
What's good?
Nothing, man. What's this? What's it? You got some freestyle or what?
It's fucking 1 in the morning. I'm drunk off my ass. Are you serious? Let's do it, bitch.
What do you got, man? I'll give you 3 fucking subjects right now. Show me what you got.
Give me a beat. I gotta have a beat.
You ain't got no beat. This is freestyle, bitch.
Can't do it without a beat.
I don't need a beat, motherfucker. Just fucking go.
I can't.
Let me get a beat.
Alright.
Let me get a beat.
Somebody give him a beat. Give him a beat.
Who's doing that?
Really, Chris?
Somebody can beatbox better than that.
I don't know, man. What the hell you want?
Somebody's got to be able to beatbox better than that.
Yeah, beatboxing into a mic that's coming out to you guys. What the hell you want?
Damn, man. Don't you got fucking songs in your head? Use that. Use your imagination. Go to imagination land.
Can I put a beat on?
Go ahead. Put a beat on.
All right, hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Everybody in the FGC, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me.
This guy's getting a whole fucking ensemble and a fucking orchestra.
Hold on, listen. If it sounds like shit, let me know and I'll stop it.
It already does.
Alright, hold on. I was getting ready to go to the street. I was in my bed. Y'all got me hyped up. Hold on.
You were in your bed giving your boyfriend head.
Aw, shit.
Aw, shit. Where's your beat? Let's go. I don't hear shit. I don't even hear your flow. Come on. I ain't got all day. I know you're gay. Go back to bed so you can fucking get a cock to play.
What the hell is that?
2 Chainz.
What are you fucking rapping the Justin Bieber?
No, hold on.
Big ass link random.
Play that shit.
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah, we hear it. Well, fucking let's go,
We
yo.
can hear it.
Alright, hold on. I'm getting ready to get going. Alright, hold on. I'm about to fuck you up, James.
Fuck me up, man. Put me on blast.
I am looking for Molly.
Alright, y'all ready?
We're ready.
2 Chainz.
Alright. Pose on my Alright, hold on.
Oh my god.
Pose on my Twitter. Got a bad bitch, stick with her. Your flow is old, I got the loose like tampons for your glitter. My swag, I got the shit like tampons for your glitter. I'm scorpion up in this club. Throw the chain, I'm dub. Don't know what's my will, let's style, let's name my dub. You don't know. See that swag, I got that icy. I'm green clay like Sub-Zero. Bitch, I icy. Scorpion, I throw my chain. In the club, I throw my chain. Bitch, I make it fucking rain. Like rain, I make it fucking rain. You don't. I'm old school, I go this shit like new school. You don't. JamessMK, your bitch is fucking old school. What you gonna do? I fuck.
Black.
Alright, wait. Let's for all my Espanol people in the channel. This is Sabado Gigante, and we got a Chacao moment going on here. Does he? 1, if he was getting some props. 2, if he ain't getting props.
I ain't getting no props about these motherfucking stream monsters. Are you serious?
Staged.
Quack. He got a 1. You got a 1.
I got
Lots
a
of
couple
2s.
ones.
You got a couple
I got a couple ones. Shit, I got a couple ones. There's seven people on this motherfucking stream. I got a couple ones. These are stream monsters. Don't none of them give a fuck. I gotta say I'm alright. Fuck
All right, so.
No, when I was my motherfucking band and got a Skype call. Serious?
I can't stay long, guys.
All right, so
I have about
let me
10
get
more
back to you.
minutes.
Sal,
Go
chill
ahead
for
and
a
go
little
in,
bit.
Triforce. Go ahead and go in. Let Triforce go in because he gotta go.
Can I finish?
I got to go. All right. First of all, this is probably going to be news, great news for James. But this year, a major sponsor will sponsor another. See, I can't go.
What happened to Triforce? Triforce, where'd you go? He went to go pick up tampons. Hold on, guys.
I think he's still talking.
I think he probably is still talking. He just hasn't realized that his mic is muted. But I think what he's trying to say is that a major sponsor is going to move from one thing to another.
Yeah, he's probably still talking to himself.
Yeah. But yeah, I heard a rumor earlier today about that. So yeah, can't wait to actually see that happen.
And what is that? Or were you gonna let him tell
I can't really say.
Ave Maria.
I'm just somewhat involved with it, so I can't really say.
All right, let me re-add this. Let's see.
Yeah.
Ave Maria.
Yeah, I'm a virus to this FGC, but yeah, look at me. I'm trying to help you bastards get more money.
I ain't even asking anybody for shit. I just want to see this shit take off. I
Well,
don't
not
want
the
nothing.
players,
I don't
the
want no.
street
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't want no money. I got a job. I'm a sucker working my 9 to 5, but I'm getting paid. I'm getting laid. I got 3 houses. I'm doing all right for myself.
Look at me. I'm on the beach.
You're on the beach. I should be on the beach. But I'm just a self-hating white trash. What else am I? Leatherface. I like the Leatherface one. And Jelly Belly. and a Jelly Belly.
Jelly Belly.
Jelly Belly. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Tell me something I don't know, motherfuckers. All right, I don't know what's going on with Mr. Triforce. His fucking...
Anyway, so PL's on Twitter talking shit. But he logged out of the Skype call. He can't say that shit with his mouth, but he's on Twitter acting like a bitch. This dude is straight up acting like a female. Like, oh, I didn't come to get interrupted by a random nobody. You don't interrupt me. Shut the fuck up. Your idea was stupid. I waited till you finished, then I told you your idea was fucking stupid. Instead of respecting that and like, what's your counter argument? No, you're like, do you place in tournaments? Who the fuck? No, I suck. Nigga, I said I suck. I don't care. The point is your idea is stupid. Everyone thinks it's stupid. It will never make sense. Even if I was Chris G winning everything, it still wouldn't make sense. So why
do a freestyle? Do a diss record.
I think
in the F-Champ voice too.
In the F-Champ voice too.
You could have F-Champ featured on it.
Yo, my Dormammu dog about to bust a rhyme. Y'all niggas ain't ready. Y'all niggas ain't ready.
Alright. Y'all niggas gotta chill. I gotta get Chris G on the mic here. Alright, I want to talk some injustice because I haven't talked shit about injustice. So, who do you plan on maining?
Green Arrow, and then possibly I'm going to be using Black Adam, Killer Frost, and like 9 other characters.
Why don't you say all 32? Oops, did I say 32? I meant 24. I'm not going to main Lobo. I'm not going to main Mitsoplik. Nah, I'm just making names up now. I'm not going to mention... I know all the DLCs, motherfuckers. You know what I don't understand? And
what about Bizarro?
What about him?
You going to main him too?
No.
Okay.
He's ass. What I don't understand is this, and this is what I've seen now. Now that the testers are out there, I've noticed that like everybody's sucking your guys' dicks these days. What happened to learning a game? Like, what happened to just saying like, yo, I want to like motherfuckers like, yo, I want to tell you the stories. Like motherfuckers like, yo, I want to tell you the stories. Yo, Sal, what are you doing? How'd you get back in here?
Sal? Get him the fuck. Nah, let me stop.
Man, everybody's coming back now.
Hey, I'm in the club. What you talking about?
You're in the club, but I'm just trying to figure out how everybody's fucking popping up all of a
Stay
sudden.
off the club. What you talking about, dog? All right, what's good?
All right, let me remove Sal from this group. Sorry, Sal. We can freestyle later.
You want me here on it later?
All right. Yes, I will.
Can't handle the motherfucking flow. Is that what you're saying, James?
No, I'm saying that we got shit that we're going to deal with here. That
you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Suck that dick, OBS, nigga. Cut me off.
Wow.
Who the fuck
What a
was
rage quit.
that?
That was a rage quit. That was a rage quit.
Oh, please stop. Please.
Rage quit.
Oh man, nah. OBS Sal's good peeps. It's just he's grumpy when he doesn't get his way. Let me find Mr. Triforce one more time. But anyway, wow, I got 21.
I'm sorry. There's no way he was being serious just now, right? That was a joke. That was like.
He's
just
trolling.
He's drunk. Drunk white guy. You know how they act.
You mean when they?
Hey, Cheech, I got my guest under control. Relax. I'm pulling my Illuminati shit here. Everybody get in check. I want everybody to come on my show wearing a suit and fucking tie from now on. And I
don't need to do that shit.
And I don't want to hear no curses. Cause you motherfuckers got to curse every 5 fucking cocksucking moments. You know, and I can't have that kind of shit.
Nice.
Oh, I meant, you guys can speak your minds on this show. It's uncensored. Where is fucking Triforce? What the hell happened to this knucklehead?
You got like females, then you listen to One Direction. Let them enjoy.
Oh, he's trying to swag it.
Yo, if he's trying to get some, that's a whole 2 minutes, man. What the fuck?
He's popping that Molly. Now he's sweating.
And he's sweating. Oh, full of sweat. You sell bags of that shit. All right. What's going on?
Hold on.
Triforce back.
Is Triforce back?
We interrupted him from his Molly popping.
No, he's already done. He's in and out. That was it.
No, I was oh goodness, this fucking place is so annoying now. Hell, I should be home.
Where you at?
I'm not home. I'm actually, in order to get on the last show, I had to go outside, and yeah, so.
So you at the club, man?
But something like that.
He chilling in the club. I respect him, you know what I'm saying?
Anyway, back to you, Triforce, before we lost you.
Yeah, because I got to keep this short because the power in this laptop is running out. Pretty much a huge fighting game company sponsor is going to be sponsoring a major video game tournament this year. And this is one of the breakthroughs for the scene to show that the actual video game scene is getting their shit in gear, and that they're going to try to branch out to other entities and work with other companies so that the scene can grow. And the reason why I'm bringing this whole thing up is because the Illuminati, a lot of people are throwing the word around as if we're just trying to be funny, but actually there is a fighting game Illuminati. In fact, there's an Illuminati for every scene. And you have the people, the powers that be, that understand what's going on and what it takes to step to the next level. Then you have the community, and then under that you just have the trolls who think they know, but they don't know anything. And the scene changes on that. This is why I disagree when a lot of people say the fighting game scene is not going to go anywhere, because it actually is going to go somewhere. It's just that they have to make certain changes for the scene. And I'm being real serious right now. I'm not trying to throw nonsense out there or whatever. But outside of that happening, one of the things we will be doing is we're going to be working with Injustice big time. I put out a tweet earlier, and I wanted to ask Chris G this. I'm not sure if he's still on the stream.
Yeah, he is.
But okay. All right. I don't know if you were around the scene. You just didn't play competitive. You started playing competitively in 2011. Actually, when you first started, it was 2011 with you when you joined the Empire. Besides that, you were in Chinatown bodying people, and a lot of people don't know about you then. And ignore that stupid asshole. You know what's so bad in this club? I have to go into the bathroom.
To fap one out?
I have to go into the bathroom, just to keep the stupid music in the background from running.
Damn,
All right,
slam that door, boy.
Yeah. Now, this is what I want to ask Chris G. Do you remember in Evo 2009 when Evolution had that 5-on-5 8-team regional, much like the Curly Mustache?
Yeah.
All right. Now, if Injustice was to do that, right, a 5-on-5, and they put like, and this is my personal opinion to you as a gamer. Like, I don't want to ask anybody else because I think we need a gamer's opinion on it. And they said they're going to invest $1 million tournament, 5-man teams, 8 teams, double elimination bracket, blah, blah, blah. Would you focus on Injustice and get on a 5-man team to compete?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so.
Money is the motive, Triforce. Money is the motive.
Yes,
It's
money.
not even that. Like, I like the way things are going it's team based. Everything, like from League of Legends, all of those other games, it's team based. When Curly Mustache did that 5v5, it was really great. Like, everyone was able to work together. Nobody was mad at each other. You just played as a team, and well, besides for a team like actual hatred, but you were able to play with your fellow teammates and try to do good. So everybody was able to pretty much come out winning if they were good. Team New York won, and we were all able to, all of us celebrated Team New York.
I agree with you. I always like the team-based things, but some people believe fighting games is an individual competitive game where yes, it is by nature, but it doesn't have to be. I think team competitions bring out more in the scene and is a very undeveloped area in the fighting game scene. And I believe that if they start doing more team functions with certain games, we're going to see more people become more interested in the fighting game scene. And there's a reason why I needed your opinion, Chris G. It's because a private investor asked me to ask you. So that's why I asked you directly. And I'm glad you're on the Blast Show because he's listening.
Triforce.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna let you know something. Here's a fun fact. Every time I help out with biggie events, we get more people in team tournaments in total than singles.
Yeah.
Just
We
a
know
fun
that.
fact.
Nothing against final round, but the best part of final round was Curly Mustache. Real rap.
Because it's
Curly
fun.
Mustache and Tekken, yo. What's up? That Tekken
was kind of hype.
That Tekken Korea, was it Korea?
Oh, I missed that. I heard
that
that
Korea
was
OCV
bonkers.
though.
I heard that was bonkers. I heard how crazy that was, but I did not get to see it.
Exactly. But the point you made though, was teams make it more exciting. You're right. Teams did make it more.
Now, with that being said, it's funny because there's a guy in the fighting game community for the last 2.5 years who's been trying to push team play fighting games, but gets no support, and he's on the West Coast. Someone has an echo. Someone's using speaker.
I'm not.
Who's that?
You're out of your mind.
I'm about teams like that. It definitely brings a new excitement. It's definitely something different that can add to the scene. But just where is it going to start?
Huh?
What's going on?
Where is it? What's the? I know Curly Mustache has done something, but is it going to continue from then with other events? Because I haven't heard of any.
Dojo Sports from Jason Cole.
There you go.
He was doing it.
That's the guy I was talking about on the West Coast. Jason Cole's been pushing Dojo Sports, which is a 5v5. It uses all the games, well, any games that has teams that pushes to it, Street Fighter and Cross Tekken and whatnot. The Curly Mustache is Yipes is working on that. That is not the last have you seen of Curly Mustache. Curly Mustache will be back. I don't know whether the 5v5 format's gonna stand, but I really think like the majors that's in the fighting game community should really focus on, like they should work with Jason Cole. Like Dojo Sports 5v5 competition should happen at majors. They should put the time in. Teams should be built, because once you can get teams built, then sponsors have a more viable way of sponsoring whole teams. More players can get out, their brand can get out better through teams than through individuals.